Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dee about to react to this Omizi vid. It's titled Myron's Worst Version is the Only One That Works. Yeah, this is all he has, you know? He has to stick to this persona in order to make a living online. It's very sad. Let's see what he's doing now, though. Let's watch.
Do not live with your woman. I've been telling you guys this for years. Don't do it. Living with your girl's gonna make you
I never knew that. Danielle! Oh, Danielle! They just told me that it's gay to live with your woman. So one of us has to move out, and I elect that it's you.
All right, that makes sense. So how long do I have until I have to get out?
Until I finish recording this video. Be gone! Stop. The gay stuff they talking. Even though Pride Month just ended, we are finding out in real time what some of our favorite content creators' preferences are when it comes into the bedroom. And, it's surprising me. For years, we thought that Myron Gaines hated women because he was a part of the Red Pill community, but maybe we were wrong. Maybe he was more like Chud the Builder than we actually thought. Ooh. Because sometimes when people play a character way too hard, sometimes the small cracks start to seep out the reality of their situation. Myron Gaines just said men who choose to live with women, whether it's their girlfriend or their wife, are gay. And maybe we have a new definition of what gay is. Hey man, Pride Month just ended, but learning is still going on. Most people would say that, being attracted to a woman as a man and living with them, procreating with them, just having recreational sex with them would possibly be the straightest thing that you could possibly be doing. But you've been wrong this whole time. That's why you're stupid. You're stupid, and big macho alpha male Myron Gaines is going to put you on the right path. That's because in Myron Gaines' world, the ultimate, and I do mean ultimate form of masculinity is chasing.
He's been acting ever since he went to Turkey and got that hairpiece. Now he think he big shit.
Women, yelling at women is very masculine as well. Inviting them onto your podcast and calling them all types of 304s and disrespecting them, that's masculinity as well.
Yeah, fuck Puerto Rico as well, you dumbass. Get the f out of here. Get up and get out of here, Denver. Nobody cares.
Actually going home and living with them, like laying down with them, kissing them on the lips, kissing women on the lips. That's exactly where Myron Gaines is in his social media career now. He spent the past couple of years saying the most outrageous and inflammatory things, and now he has to one-up himself every time with something more.
That's exactly what he's doing.
You don't?
No.
Can I just say, all men say they don't, and they actually do.
Female are disgusting.
No, they're not.
You even... Exactly. What do you think of Clive getting rejected by threes in Paris? You guys need to realize that if clavicular is getting rejected, you niggas are all cooked. If clavicular is getting rejected by twos and threes in Paris, that's no bueno at all.
Listen, he like, clavicular is fine. How y'all rejecting him? Y'all tripping. If I was down there, I'd be giving him the business. That's pretty much what he's saying.
Oh, that means the average man...
We know. You think he fine. Got it.
He just said that clavicular was too bad to be rejected.
Yes,
like he was too sexy and attractive to be. Come on, gang. Women talk too much became women need a 200 count word limit. Modern women are difficult became women are useless. And now living with your girlfriend is gay. At this point, Myron Gaines isn't giving out any dating advice. He is out red pilling himself in front of a dying audience. And that character is starting to tell on himself. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe in the community. And for the ladies, get out. That's gay. Now, back into the video.
Do not live with your woman. Like, this shouldn't be like some weirdo shit. Do not live with your girl, bro. Don't do it. Well, Myron, I want to get sex. Like, I want to be able to, hang out with her and watch movies. No. I'm going to tell you why. Living with your girl is going to make you
Now, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw that he had said this, it was via a tweet, and I thought that it was fake. I think that we all naturally think that this has to be some sort of fake, until you hear him literally say this. Myron has spent years telling men, hey, this is how you control women, this is how you get their attention, this is how you get their respect, and then ultimately you as a man can, set up some sort of life with a woman. Have kids, get married, do all the fine and dandy
on America's birthday.
Now, somehow, and I promise you, it just doesn't make any sense to me. He's gone to the furthest extremes of this. Now it is, hey, if you live with a woman by choice, you choose to be gay. This is what's wrong with this whole red pill content ideology and movement. It's this one-up culture that is greater than any side of the internet that we've ever seen before. And now these people are starting to sound so
I'm tired. How long weekend?
So ridiculous. They're trying to speed run to see who can hate women the most, who can say the most outlandish things, to the tune of, if you associate with them outside of doing the physical acts, you're gay, even though if you live with the woman, you would still be doing the same physical act. It just makes no sense. Now, mind you, this is just the most recent example. We don't stop in on Myron Gaines quite often because at some point, I'm not going to lie, my brain starts to get a little bit fried. But he's also said that women should have a 200 word limit per day.
Tell your girl she has a 200 word limit every 24 hours. When she's down to 50 words left, you give her the warning. Hey, you got 50 words left? I'll speak to you again in 24 hours.
He said that women are useless. He said that women are the hard R.
Women are retards.
And don't get it twisted, he's somehow including his own family members in this. His mother's
I think we
auntie.
could call that one hard R, because when you hear hard R, come on, we know what we all think. You can't call that R word hard R. You gotta just say R word. But
His grandma.
I don't
because you was confusing me.
fucking respect women at all. Even me looking back now on like women in my life, grandma, mom, aunt, they said a lot of retarded shit.
So this isn't a situation where Myron's just being inflammatory again, because hell, that would just be
They must
another
have
day
all
to injure
officially
why.
cut him
This
off.
is about why he keeps going further and pushing the misogyny to a whole nother level, because the normal shock doesn't shock people anymore. Now, once you start to understand that Myron Gaines is stuck in this perpetual loop of one-upping himself, this most recent clip of him kicking out someone from his studio makes so much more sense. Because Myron does not just say the most extreme things when he is comfortable. It gets even worse when he's in a room that he feels like he can't control and it's slipping away from him.
Thank you. Your mom is
Florida. You're stopping therapy. This is Florida. This is Florida. Stand your fucking ground.
Can you just tell this woman that this is Florida and this is stand your ground? It's not even what stand your ground means. He's about to end up like Chud the Builder. The problem with Myron Gaines is that he's like this walking contradiction. His brand is not that he just doesn't like women, because trust me, he does dislike modern women. His brand is that he's supposed to be the controlled one, the reserved one, the alpha male that's in power. You know, the one that doesn't get emotional behind the small stuff. He's supposed to be calm, logical, masculine. The guy that's supposed to sit across from women that they bring onto the platform and expose them without losing his frame. But there's been too many clips that have come out recently that kind of expose that that's not really who he is. That's just this image and character that he portrays when he doesn't face the backlash of, I don't know, normal human interaction or conversation.
So the reason why men don't enjoy talking to women is because there's a couple problems. What'd you say? Here's the problem.
There's no patience, that's
Shut
why.
the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. When I'm talking, shut the fuck up. Honestly, get all these bitches out of here, bro. Get all these bitches out of here. Get the fuck out of the show, man. Let's go. Yo, get these bitches out of here, bro. Get these all bitches out of here, bro. I do not want to deal with this shit. Get them the fuck out of here.
He invited these women. He controls the
This is what
studio.
he does
He gives
all the
them
time.
alcohol. He gives them microphones. He gives them
picks
the
them up
platform.
off the
Mind you that
street.
he's all supposed to be in control of. And with that being said, he controls who stays and who leaves. And with every single advantage that I've listed at his disposal, the second that they don't let him speak, he starts looking like the emotional one. This is why this whole clip is so funny. See, Myron is supposed to be teaching these men how to be super masculine leaders, but in a room that is of his own, that he controls, he cultivates, and he curates, he cannot lead a conversation without removing people who disrupt him. And this connects back to those extreme takes that he was making earlier, because when Myron can't control the room, he always resorts to being disrespectful and degrading the people that are in it.
If you have a vagina, get up and get the fuck off the show. Get up and get the fuck off the show. We don't want y'all bitches here no more. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Honestly, I'm done.
Women aren't just annoying, they're useless. Women don't talk too much, they need a word limit. A man living with a woman is making a bad decision. Well, not just a bad decision, he's gay. Everything has to be this most extreme thing, because the normal argument is usually not enough anymore. And he's also mastered the art of content creation, because he knows what will and will not go viral. He can't just say those lay things anymore, because hell, he says those things in everyday speak and
Well, where does it end? Because even, as you say more outlandish shit, you have to keep trying to top that. It's going to get to a point where you hit a ceiling. So then what do? Then he going to start doing things with his body. What that entails, I don't know. But it's like at a certain point, it seems like words is not going to be enough to get it done, because you can only say so much.
everyday conversation. Mind you, this is somebody who streams on like a daily basis. If he comes out with, hey, modern women are, then it's not going to go viral as if he said, hey, women are useless. Can't go with the normal, some men lose themselves in relationship. Oh no, there's way too much nuance and context in that. That's just too vanilla. He has to go to the extreme and say all men who live with women are gay. Mind you, his dad lives with a woman. Is his dad gay? Myron, is your dad gay? You're willing to acknowledge how slow your mom and your grandma were. Fine. Is your grandfather and your father gay for living with them? He's not finding any new truths in the world based off of these different experiences. He's just taking that same messaging that he had a couple years ago that was shocking then but vanilla now, and he's putting the shock button on top of it. And so now you have this Myron Gaines in 2026 that is ultimately a character of himself, slinging insults about these different demographics in order to appease this stupid audience.
Why do you hate black people? Why are you so racist? Why do you hate women? My fatigue is through the roof with these people, bro. These fucking fried chicken connoisseurs, man. Watermelon felon, EBT entrepreneur, weave warrior bandits, man. I do. You know, you can do like the thing where people can come up or whatever and talk. I do that on TikTok.
How you talking about weave and he got a whole man piece on his head? You was balding, sir. You were balding and you had to go and get a hairpiece attached so you don't feel insecure anymore. So how you talking about women wearing extensions? I'm confused.
Thumbs up. Obviously some Shaniqua.
What is this soundboard sound? That's just the stupidest thing in the world. See, this is the real story. Myron and people like him, for what it's worth, aren't becoming more insightful. He's becoming more extreme because the character requires it. Think about it for a second. Has Myron Gaines said anything new in the past, 5-6 years that he's been on the internet? Has he said anything revolutionary? Has he went out, explored, got different perspectives and takes on the things that he's done, said, any of that stuff? No, he actually hasn't. He's just taken his old work, which would be something like, Modern Women Are Bad, and it would go viral back then, but he's just repackaged it now because he's worn it out so much. That same audience has heard that nonsense for years at this point. And every Joe Blow, Tom, Dick, and Harry is saying it. So with that being said, he has to come through with a more extreme version of that. Now they need word limits, now they're useless. Myron is so deep in this character that he's even gone as far as attacking his own family members, which is just super duper low hanging fruit. And anybody that criticizes him is a Shaniqua or a Tyrone, gets monkey noises thrown at them.
Yo, problem with black people. Yo, mama black. Why are you talking like that? Bro, all I heard was...
They're too critical, they're too emotional, they're jealous, they're brainwashed, they're weak. That's the formula right there.
That's the best word I can think of to describe him. Just imagine how his family feels. That's probably why he's publicly disowning them and saying that, oh, they were R word, okay, and they were useless in his life because they have cut him off. So, yeah, maybe that's why he's saying this about them. But yeah, it's like, wow, like this is really sad. If he ever has kids one day, which I doubt that will happen, just imagine them having to look at his black kids that he's gonna have. Even if he, procreates with a white woman, which is very likely, or, non-black, obviously. But wouldn't that be crazy if it's with a black woman? Wouldn't that be crazy if he just started dating black women out the blue? Because you can never trust these people. They say one thing and do the complete opposite. But let's just say, hypothetically, that he dates someone and has a kid with someone non-black. They're still going to be a brown child and considered as black in society. And they will have to look at this. Just the shame.
Reduces people into categories, first and foremost, disrespects that category, waits for the backlash, then uses the backlash as proof that he was right. His fans get an enemy, his critics get a clip, algorithm gets engagement, and Myron gets rewarded for being worse. But the irony of it all is that he sells men this idea that they can get some sort of control in their lives. And the whole time he's controlled by this content loop. He tells men to not be emotional, but his biggest clips are of him sounding angry.
3 years later, police are bitch that makes the same allegations again. You fucking idiots.
He tells women to speak less, but his entire career is dependent and contingent on women speaking more. And one of his foundational pillars of telling men, you need to pursue a good woman and a good career. But now he's making it sound as if it's actually weak to live with one. This is why this new version of Myron feels so different. It doesn't feel like a man who's exposing society. It just seems like a content creator who's running out of places to take the same old act. Myron Gaines wants people to feel like he's the last on it.
It just gives that he's desperate for attention and views, and he is just shucking and jiving and tap dancing and doing whatever it takes to get any type of, attention, any type of clips out of this because he needs the money. So he's like, wait, I have to switch it up. I have to do something different. That's just what it gives. Nothing about this feels authentic.
It's the man in the room. He's exposing the matrix and all this woke liberal nonsense that is going on in society that has made men's testosterone go down, women's testosterone go up, etc., etc. But these recent clips make him look less like somebody who is in control or honest, and more like he's somebody who's desperate. Because when the world reaches the point where living with your wife sounds gay, the advice is not getting deeper. It's getting ridiculous. Have you ever seen a magician do the same card trick over and over and over again? They just take it from different show to different show or different street corner to different street corner. That's exactly what this is feeling like.
I agree 1000%. It's sad to watch it unfold. And like I said, it's going to get to a point where he no longer has anything crazy to say. And he going to start using that body. For what? I don't know. Use your imagination. Who knows what he's going to do and how low he will stoop. But it will happen. Mark my words. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.